This is the JTV Caribbean News. I am Sean Rose. Jamaica is planning the distribution of thousands of tablet computers to students and teachers in the country as part of a new pilot project. The distribution, called the School's Tablet Computer Program, will begin in September, according to Science, Technology, Energy and Mining Minister Philip Paulwell. Under the program, every single student and teacher at 30 schools, 5 childhood institutions, 10 primary schools, 5 junior high schools, and 10 high schools across the country will be given a tablet computer free of cost. That will amount to 20,000 tablets. The schools chosen for the program are those that have been deemed to be underperforming academically by the Ministry of Education. The aim is to eventually expand the program throughout the entire education system. The tablets will be Wi-Fi and 3G enabled, preloaded with certain games and applications. The South American nation of Guyana on Thursday, April 25th, swept the 2013 Sustainable Tourism Awards in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Guyana won 3 of the top 6 awards presented by the Caribbean Tourism Organization, the CTO, in collaboration with Travel Mole, which recognizes individuals, groups, organizations, or companies throughout the CTO member states. Guyana's Karanambu Lodge won the top award, the Caribbean Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award. Also winning were the National Trust of Guyana, which claimed the Heritage Protection Award, and the Guyana Marine Turtle Conservation Society, which won the Biodiversity Conservation Award. Jamaica's Trial Club and Villas won the Sustainable Accommodation Award, while the Bowden Pen Farmers Association in Jamaica took home the top honors for the Community Benefit Award. The Puerto Rico Tourism Company won the award for Destination Stewardship. Several entities in Guyana and the Bahamas also were runner-up in the various categories. This is the second consecutive year Guyana bagged 3 of the top 6 honors. In 2012, Guyana won the Caribbean Excellence in Sustainable Tourism Award, the Community Benefit Award, and the Biodiversity Conservation Award. Trinidad and Tobago's National Security Minister, Jack Warner, has called it quits. Warner's resignation was announced by the country's Prime Minister, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, in a brief statement after an emergency cabinet meeting at her private home. Persad-Bissessar said she accepted the resignation and thanked Warner for his service to the nation. She also said she has advised the country's Governor General to appoint a new minister to the post. The former football boss resignation came less than 72 hours after the Confederation of North and Central American and Caribbean Football report charged Warner and former Secretary General Chuck Blazer with enriching themselves through fraud during their terms with the organization. Warner was a former vice president of the World Soccer body FIFA. The report detailed Warner's private ownership of what CONCACAF believed was its own $25 million center of excellence in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Neither Warner nor Blazer cooperated with the investigation. In 2011, Warner walked away from football and did not face a FIFA Ethics Commission inquiry relating to bribery allegations surrounding the body's presidential election, while Blazer resigned as General Secretary in December that year. The 27th Annual Congress of the Caribbean Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors began with Prime Minister Roosevelt's Skerritt of Dominica urging regional financial advisors to develop a health insurance scheme for the Caribbean. Skerritt told the more than 130 delegates from 13 Caribbean countries that the cost of medical services in the region had become very prohibitive to many families. He said he has seen persons with $1 million in their bank account and end up having zero because of a health condition. He asked how are persons who are unable to afford health insurance being catered for. Skerritt noted that regional governments were unable to afford the extent of medical services which its citizens need nationally and regionally. He proposed to the Caribbean Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors that the Caribbean develop and model a health insurance scheme to benefit the entire population. Prime Minister Skerritt said that with many people failing to maintain healthy lifestyles, the cost of healthcare for the population is becoming a very challenging burden on the fiscal situation in the region and governments. West Indies opening batsman Chris Gayle, who scored the fastest century in professional cricket, says he is dedicating his history-making feat to fans in the Caribbean. Gayle established a series of records on his way to an undefeated 175 runs for Royal Challengers Bangalore against Pune Warriors in the Indian Premier League IPL on April 23rd. The Jamaican batsman scored the fastest 50 in IPL history, the fastest 100 in T20 history, and the highest individual score in IPL history. I had a chance to speak with Chris Gayle via social media after the game, and he wanted me to let the fans in the Caribbean know that he was dedicating the knock to them, said Wavell Hines, president of the West Indies Players Association. Hines said that he is sure that Chris Gayle's innings will go down as the greatest in the brief history of T20 cricket. Gayle's innings ensured the Royal Challengers Bangalore completed a 130-run win over the Warriors. For the JTV Caribbean News, I am Sean Rose.
And coming up next on JTV News. The upgrade to the BVI fishing complex reduces the amount of food imported while building the local fishing sector. Over 50 benefit from Caribbean coaching and basic sport program, and new Queen's Counsel praised for outstanding record at the swearing-in ceremony.